Welcome to the roundup of the best of the action from Day 8 of the European Championships from Glasgow. So much great sport to bring you today and a host of European titles up for grabs. Today was an absolute cracker. Strathclyde Country Park is the setting for the triathlon at this year's European Championships. Competitors start with 2 laps of the 750-metre open water course, followed by a challenging cycle through the undulating park. The race culminates in a testing 10-kilometre run. Great Britain's Mark Austin will be hoping for an advantage on a course where he regularly trains.
I think it's a tough course, you know, that there's the bikes, there's not much flat on the bike really, and the run's it's sort of undulating a little bit around the loch, and then you go up a real steep hill and then you have to kind of run down, and again not much, like a bit of flat around transition and stuff. People aren't ready for that. It's definitely going to be tough on the legs, and it's going to be a real hard 2-hour race.
I didn't really have any expectations. I'd love to kind of retain my title if I can, but just coming off the back of Edmonton and relays and a bit of jet lag, I'm just seeing how the body kind of holds up, so I'm just going to enjoy it and go for it. Plenty of people to keep me on my toes, that's for sure. We've got Nicolas Spirig, obviously she's phenomenal. We've got Cassandra Beaugrand, a very good runner, Lindemann. You know, there's some of the French athletes, and obviously the Brits are strong as well.
It was a beautiful day for the first of 3 triathlons at Glasgow 2018. It was the first time in more than 30 years, and only the second time ever that the European Triathlon Championships had been staged in Britain. The 44 competitors began with a 1500-metre 2-lap swim on the loch. Britain's Jess Laramoth, wearing number 1, was the reigning European Triathlon champion. She is currently ranked 5th in the world, after just 2 years in the World Triathlon Series. She's confessed that she hated swimming in her youth, but the opening discipline is her strong suit, and she led the way from the gun. Just behind her was France's Cassandra Beaugrand, who's just 21 and had been in fine recent form, having won at a World Triathlon Series event in Hamburg last month. Laramoth and Beaugrand dived in for a second lap, with Spanish pair Ana Godoy Contreras and Sarah Perez joining them in the leading group. But Laramoth and Beaugrand put clear water between themselves and the rest with a superb swim, and were 30 seconds clear of everyone at the first transition.
Now the key thing will be how far back, not so much the 2 Spaniards, looking more for the likes of Nicolas Spirig in that chasing group. There's Beaugrand.
The next stage of triathlon was the 40-kilometre bike ride, which meant 6 laps of the Strathclyde course. Nicolas Spirig from Switzerland is one of the sport's all-time greats, having won gold at London 2012 and silver in Rio 2016. She was in 8th place after the swim, but is a renowned cyclist, and she wasted no time in reeling in the 2 leaders. Meanwhile, there was drama in the chasing pack, with a spectacular crash featuring 5 athletes, among them Sarah Perez, Angelica Olmo of Italy and Lottie Miller of Norway. Elsewhere, the 5-time European Triathlon champion displayed her exceptional biking power.
Spirig is not hanging around. Spirig's not waiting for a pack. She's going herself, on her own, to try and catch the leading 2. And if anyone can do it, she can. 36 now, mother of 2. She wants to compete in Tokyo when she'll be 38. Age is just a number, and she's off in pursuit.
Over the next 4 laps, the gap between Spirig and the front 2 was gradually shortened. At the end of each circuit, the lead was consistently cut until after an hour and 7 minutes of the race, she had finally cut them up.
Massive sense of satisfaction. A huge psychological lift. She knew she was 50 seconds adrift out the water, and halfway through lap number 5 of 6, the Swiss has caught on to the leading 2. Now, is Spirig going to test them here? Is she going to try and get away from these 2? She's only got a lap and a half to do it. More than capable, more than capable.
Having led the way from the start, Beaugrand began to fall off the pace as Spirig and Laramoth quickly opened up a gap on the French athlete and an enormous 3.5-minute lead on the rest of the field heading into the final transition.
Well, you've got to say that's a phenomenal ride from Nicolas Spirig, it really is. And pretty good from Jess Laramoth too.
So the frontrunners had 10 kilometres to decide who would win gold. Would it be the 5-time European champion or last year's winner?
She did it all on her own on the bike, pretty much. Made up almost a minute. And she's run away from Jess Laramoth.
Despite being a former national cross-country champion in France, Beaugrand began her run a whopping 2 minutes behind the front two and was realistically running for bronze. At the front, the mighty Swiss athlete powered away to complete the event in under 2 hours.
Absolutely fantastic, Nicolas Spirig. You've got to say, you sometimes run out of words for her. She really is a one-off. She knows now that the race is hers. Absolutely magnificent. Now she can smile. Now she can high-five the crowd. 36 years young, and she can still teach the youngsters a thing or two. Fantastic from the Olympic champion of 2012. Nicolas Spirig wins the European Championship for a 6th time.
So gold for Spirig, a silver this time for Jess Laramoth, and a bronze for an exhausted Cassandra Beaugrand, who at 15 years Spirig's junior could well be a great champion of the future. This morning, the Blue Ribbon open water swimming event got underway. The 10-kilometre race at Loch Lomond included the champion from the 5K, Sharon Van Rovendell, as well as double Olympic gold medalist Jazz Carlin, who has switched from the pool.
The women's 10K event is underway. 4 times round this course.
And as the swimmers finished the first lap, it was the 5-kilometre champion Sharon Van Rovendell who led the field.
Lap 1 of 4 completed by the leading swimmers. They have now completed 2.5k. You can see the race leaders beginning to pull away from the chasing pack. And from that camera angle, you can't see anybody else taking a medal. As they turn once again through one of the timing gates at the 5-kilometre stage, the midway point of the women's 10k event. Sharon Van Rovendell leads.
As the field entered the last lap, it was a group of 5 who pulled away. But despite Van Rovendell's dominance from the start, Giulia Gabrieleschi had remained close enough to give those patiently watching on Loch Lomond a shootout on the final lap.
And this is going to be a sprint between Gabrieleschi in the dark cap and Sharon Van Rovendell. Van Rovendell, gold yesterday. Now in sight of the crowd who cheer her on for these last few metres. This incredible battle between these two women is still on for the last couple of 100 metres, but it looks like Van Rovendell has held off the challenge. Van Rovendell takes the applause, takes the cheers, keeps up the incredible pace that she's kept up throughout this 10k race. And the European champion at 10k is Sharon Van Rovendell.
After staying with the leader all race, it was silver for Italy's Giulia Gabrieleschi, with the Netherlands' Esme Vermeulen taking bronze ahead of Italian Rachele Bruni.
I just tried to pace sometimes, and yeah, the girls couldn't follow. But in my head, it was hard. I look around and there's no gap. All the girls are following me. And then at the end, I see we're 4 left, or 9 left, 4 left, and at the end, we're only 2.
A few hours after the women swam a hard-fought 10 kilometres at Loch Lomond, it was the men's turn. Reigning European champion Dutchman Ferry Vertman sat out the 5k earlier in the week to concentrate on the 10.
This is the open water swimming, and the men's 10k race is underway.
At the halfway point, French teenager Logan Fontaine led with defending champion and favourite for the title Ferry Vertman off the pace. But the season champion rallied in the closing stages of the final lap to set up an exciting finish.
There's Vertman, desperately trying to make up some ground. He's clear in second place, but I think it's too far to make up first. I think he's making up ground on Rozovsky. Oh, here he comes. Look at Ferry Vertman. Vertman's trying to overtake him in the last few metres. This is an extraordinary finish. It's Vertman, half a length behind. It's still Rozovsky who has a better sprint. It's Rozovsky holding on. Rozovsky might get there first. It's Rozovsky, it's Vertman, it's Rozovsky who takes it. Oh, it could be so close. They've given it to Vertman on the far side. He's touched it.
I wanted to be on the highest place on the podium today. I wanted to defend my title. So I had a difficult plan because I knew Christoph was strong. He showed us that yesterday. I tried to go for it at the end. Christoph really made it difficult. He was ahead so far, and I didn't feel me coming closer. I tried pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. And I didn't see me coming closer until like we were in between the pink boys. I saw maybe I can have him, maybe I can do it, and I just kept on pushing and gave it my all. And well, the finish was the decisive moment. So exciting.
The afternoon saw the first of today's two finals.
Well, here come the competitors in this 10-metre synchro final.
British divers Dixon and Williams with high hopes of gold. Russia's Bondar and Minabayev setting down an early marker.
That's a nice dive.
The British pair keeping in touching distance. After dive 2, only 3 points separated the top 3. But by dive 4, the Russians had gained significant strides to claiming the gold.
Class act.
There was also a surprise as Armenian pair Haratunian and Sargsyan recovered from a poor start to finish strongly.
Very good indeed. 79.92 up into the bronze position.
Going into the final dive, Dixon and Williams still had an outside chance of gold.
Nicely in sync there. Just a little slap on the water with his heel. 72.96 as a safe dive.
The Russians, though, made no mistake.
They've certainly not made an obvious one, but that is a very, very good dive. .90.72, that looks a winner.
Gold then for Russia, silver for Britain, and an historic first bronze for Armenia. Then time for the men's 3-metre springboard final. It was a repeat of the morning's preliminary round with Russia's Ilya Zakharov and British pair Jacques Law and Daniel Goodfellow in the medal positions.
And Zakharov bangs out another top quality product.
Zakharov's diving imperious. It would take something special to beat the Russian.
Now, if he wants gold, this is the one to nail. Well, that was a brave dive, not a stunner.
With the tension mounting, there was no room for error.
that's dropped him down. Well, now we've got all change at the top.
With the crowd behind him, Law needed to hold his nerve.
He's in the lead. He's delivered again. Well, it's all down to Zakharov. And he goes for it all the way. Yeah, it was good, Jack Law. Credit to him. Recognises top quality when he sees it, and that's what Zakharov has got. Looking for the scores. Oh, not quite. 93-10. Jack Law's done it.
A magnificent win for Law and the end to a fascinating day's diving. The seventh and final day of swimming at the 2018 European Championships saw a total of 9 action-packed finals to finish with a bang. In the women's 50-metre butterfly, world record holder and world champion Sarah Showstrom was aiming for her 4th gold medal of the championships.
We'll look at reaction time, always indicative on the 50, and fastest away Anique in lane number 5.
And she is in front, so Sarah Showstrom, maybe for the first time this week, has some work to do in the closing 20 meters of the 50 fly, but now she's clearly in front, not taking a breath, not yet, just winning it in style. Sarah Showstrom, king of butterfly, or queen of butterfly, we should say.
25.16 is what she clocks. Second place to Emily Beckman, and third is the Belgian Kimberly Boos.
Representing Sweden, Sarah Showstrom.
Up next was the men's 50 metres freestyle. 50-metre butterfly silver medalist Ben Proud topped the timesheets in the semi-finals, breaking the British record in the process. But could he put the cherry on the cake with a gold?
Shortest race of the week, and Proud is away to another fly. Not quite as quick, but 0.65 will do.
And he's up in front already. Look at those windmill strokes of his. It is going to be Benjamin Proud up against his British record. Incredibly fast, Christian Golomeyev in lane 6, but it is Proud who takes it.
21.34, so not as quick as the semi-final. Did not need to be. Golomeyev of Greece gets the second place, and third to Vagani of Italy.
The hotly anticipated women's 50-metre breaststroke final was up next. Yulia Efimova looking to become the triple gold breaststroke champion.
Yulia Efimova has some work to do in the final 25 meters. Now she's up in front together with Imogen Clark.
So Efimova on centre rail with Meliotite coming back fairly strongly. So too is Imogen Clark, but we've got a winner. It's definitely going to be Yulia Efimova. Can Clark get second place? She can. Again, a lot slower than she went yesterday, and Efimova also a little bit slower, but 29.81 will get it done.
Laszlo Che, the reigning European champion and fastest of the semi-finals, was back for the men's 100-metre butterfly, but faced stiff opposition.
In lane 8, Piero Codia also looking very strong. In an outside lane, might be surprisingly fast. There he is.
25 metres to go. Laszlo Che may not have enough in the tank. Does James Guy in lane number 2? He's coming. Matella is coming. Down below us is Codia. Codia's going to get there for Italy. He will win in 50.64. Second is Mandy Matella. James Guy in third place. That is the first sub-51 swim in Europe this year.
And a new championship record for Piero Codia.
With Katinka Hosszú not competing in the women's 200 metres backstroke final, Italian Margherita Panziera was hoping to make the most of her absence.
Nobody in the outside lanes is pushing, so it's all happening centrally here. Here we go.
more than half a second ahead of Ustinova for this final 50 meters.
Very brave way to swim it. And just trying to close in now is Ustinova, but she's given herself not enough time. I don't think the Italian is way too strong in lane number 4, and Panziero will take it in 32.10. That championship record that we talked about, long last, hooray, hallelujah, has gone.
The final of the men's 400 metres individual medley featured defending champion David Vrastu and Briton Max Litchfield, who won bronze in the 200.
And as expected, it comes down to the final 25 meters. David Vrastu having the fight of his life for the European title, because Max Litchfield is coming back very strongly in the final 10 meters.
Here we go. Who's going to get there? Looks like the Hungarian has got it. He has just about got it from Max Litchfield. What a race that turned out to be. 4:10.65 for the Hungarian. Max Litchfield with a 4:11 in second place. Pons for Spain in third. Well, Max, I take my hat off to you.
Up next was the women's 400 metres freestyle. Italian Simona Cuadrella was looking for the distance triple in the pool after already winning the 800 and 1500 metres.
Only 2/100ths of a second separating them, and Hibbert is close behind. Who has the back-end speed of the final 20 meters? Cuadrella against Keshe.
Well, the Italian is going to get it, or is she? It's very tight. She looks like the winner. She is the winner. 4:03.35. Cuadrella does the 15.8 and 4 triple. Keshe in second place for Hungary, and Holly Hibbert holding on for third place.
Representing Italy, Simona Cuadrella.
In the men's 4x100 metres medley relay, Russia's top seed Klement Kolesnikov led off his team in their quest for glory. But would Great Britain, fueled by peasy power, bring home the goods in front of a raucous home crowd?
Kolesnikov's going to be really, really quick here. Look at the advantage he's got over the rest. The rest include Christian Diener, who'll come in second place for Germany. So it is Russia first.
And now it is Pidi up against Trubkov, who was the bronze medalist of 100 meters and also winner of the 200 meters. But look at that speed of Adam Peaty. This is going to be an amazing split by the British.
Well, he loves relays. He loves individual swims, of course he does. But he gets on a relay, he becomes a man possessed.
It is all about Great Britain. Nick Pyle, Adam Peaty, James Clyde, and fast finishing Duncan Scott.
And he will bring it in. Last few meters. Wait for this place to erupt. And it will now. It is a new championship record for Great Britain. 3:30.44. The quartet has done its job. Adam Peaty has a 4th gold of the week. Vladimir Morozov brings the Russians home for second. And third, it is Germany.
The European Championships in the pool came to a close with the women's 4x100 metres medley. Plenty of big names in the final showstopper. Denmark, Russia and Great Britain all had high hopes for gold.
Look at the margin of Russia's lead. Yulia Yefimova, once again, brilliant, amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. And Great Britain have fallen back into third place because Italy have got into second place.
It is going to be Russia who takes it. But what about silver and bronze? Pellegrini, Blume, Anderson. And look at the finishing speed of Anderson.
Russia will take it. The silver medal looks to be going the way of Pernille Blume for Denmark. Third place, however, this could be Freya Anderson for bronze for Great Britain. What a finish that was. It is gold for Russia. 3:54.22.
That's all from a thrilling day 8 of the European Championships, and still 3 days of action to go. Join us next time for more highlights.